leading, the CEO, the director, I'm not sure how you title yourself, of the Papatoetoe Adolescent Christian Trust, or PACT, P-A-C-T. And this has been going for, I think it's coming up to 30 years. But you've been leading this ministry for 4 years, haven't you? So
Yes.
it's a wonderful ministry. So I'm going to leave you to introduce yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, and thank you so much for the opportunity to share. I actually spotted, I think, that Brent Davey might be on this prayer group. And Brent was actually also a previous director of PACT. So that's actually really special that he's, that he's on the call as well. We can probably bring up the PowerPoint. So I'm just going to share for a couple of minutes, and then we've actually got a video that we made that tells some of our story, so you don't just have to be listening to my voice, and it means that you kind of get to see some of the other team that we have. So yeah, PACT we are 30 years this year. So Bob McCoskrie started PACT, who some of you may have heard of because he now runs Family First. And he started PACT in Papatoetoe because there was no social work support in that area. And so he had that courage and vision to start out. And then it's really just grown from there. I often say that, the team that's there now, we kind of walk upon the amazing, faith and work and service of those that have gone before us. PACT has a great reputation in the community with all the local schools and, other community organisations. If we just go through to the next slide. So we're established 30 years ago. It's our 30-year birthday this year. And we primarily support at-risk young people in our local area. So we receive, referrals from, whānau, from the local schools, sometimes from the police, sometimes from the rangatahi, about, young people needing support. A lot of the work we do is in the local schools. So we're in the schools. We have youth workers and a social worker now as well that are in, schools every day, working with young people. So PACT is faith-based, and I will often say that we're overt. Sometimes organisations start out as Christian organisations and then kind of, I guess, drift a little bit. In fact, Bob gets everyone the directors that come into PACT to read Mission Drift, because I think they're very conscious of it not drifting into just a social service, doing good work, but not with Jesus at the centre. So, we endeavour to keep Jesus at the centre of all that we do. All of our staff are Christians. We gather and pray regularly, and when we run the programs in our building, we obviously have to be somewhat careful when we're in the schools. We don't have full permission to be sharing, the gospel, but we do encourage young people to come into our own programs. And when we're running the programs in our building, then we do share openly about our faith, and we encourage the young people to connect with local church. We ran Alpha last year as one of our programs. Faith is a big part of who we are. So what we might do now is, so just, briefly, the programs will be talked about in the video. So what we might do is play the video now, because then you'll get to see some other of our beautiful team members.
What is PACT? So PACT works with young people in the community. Our vision is to support young people to soar.
PACT is a community organisation that covers a whole range of community needs.
Yeah, PACT to me is a beautiful gift to the community.
I love the heart of PACT. It's more than just an organisation, it's like a heart of a community.
The heart of the work that PACT does is the mentoring in the local schools.
Our program within the high school, it's called Engage. My role is to come alongside our rangatahi and support them to keep them engaged in school.
Your Choice is pretty much a program that we deliver to all the Year 9s. We talk about sex, relationships, consent, and Drug-Wise is our program. But we talk about drugs and alcohol, and for a lot of these kids, they're not having those conversations at home, and just to have someone that kind of deliver in a way that's fun and easy, but also very impactful.
So every year in our Te Toko program, we mentor around 200 young people. We do that in 6 local schools. We also deliver classroom programs, our Drug Wise and Your Choice, to over 300 Year 9 students. And in the high school, as well as the mentoring services, we have a social worker.
Some of the work that I do with families is being able to be a bridge between the school and whānau. They may not be attending school so well, they may be engaging in behaviours at school that are at risk of having them removed from school, and ideally would have them go from there to attending class regularly, getting good reports from their teachers, and having the family really backing them.
One of the things that makes PACT unique is that we don't just deliver programs in schools, but by having the social worker and also the programs in PACT, we can create other points where we're connecting and supporting that young person. We have a holiday program coordinator that runs our holiday program each holidays.
I really like it. It's a nice place that you can make friends.
Excited for the holidays because I get to go pack and have fun.
It's my first time here and I really love it.
And then we also run a free boxing program.
Whether it's through boxing or through mentoring or whatever other programs we have at PACT, my goal has always been to help these young boys mature into godly men in society that, give a damn about their neighbours. So love not just themselves, but others as well, especially others.
Just because me coming here doing boxing, through PACT, I became more confident, more diligent within myself. Because of that, I'm able to be better at school, focus on my actual priorities. I feel more organized within my mind. Obviously, it's contributed a lot for my education. My credits are going up like crazy now.
We have a girls program for primary and intermediate age girls, where we help them to build friendship skills and a sense of belonging.
Legacy is basically an after-school girls program. It's a safe space for them to be able to come and just be. They don't have to put on a face at home or not talk about things.
And what I've also seen is the confidence of a few girls who are also quite quiet, and their social skills have now increased and they get to engage with other girls within Legacy.
So that's the heart of it, is to be able to lead these young girls to Jesus through His Word and through praise and worship, through games, through activities, and also just to create a safe space for them.
And I also run this program called Drop-ins, where after school on a Friday, the boys will come through, we'll have a little bit of dinner, we'll talk about what's going on in the world, just being able to hang out outside of school walls and just let some steam off.
We're incredibly grateful for the partnerships that we have in the community. We're grateful for the schools that entrust us with the young people, for the other agencies that refer young people to us. We're grateful for all the volunteers that give up their time, and we're also incredibly grateful for donors and supporters that believe in what we're doing, and we couldn't do the work that we do without their support.
Keep doing what you're doing, because clearly these kids are thriving off it, and especially for those who, like me, needed help, then PACT is where your child needs to be.
I just wanted a place that I feel belonged, and I feel like PACT has given me that.
The leaders are great.
They're the best that I could have asked for.
They're very good.
PACT has been there.
We value them a great deal because they are from the community, for the community.
Yeah, so that's just a little bit more about our story. We feel like it is really privileged work because a lot of the young people we work with, they are some of our more vulnerable young people. And we just know that the difference that a lot of the difference that we're making is because of, our faith in Jesus, and also when we can introduce them, when we can get them, connected into local church, or we can kind of share the truth with them, that's where we see, either even kind of greater transformation in them. One of the new programs that wasn't on that video because it's brand new is that we now also are running alternative education. So we can bring up the slide on that. So it's called Te Kupenga, which means the net. And so alternative education is for young people that have been excluded from mainstream school. So either often it's because of, various serious kind of behavior in school, that these young people are no longer able to join in and, be part of a mainstream school. And so we have felt for some time that when we do the mentoring in the high school, we get the young people for about an hour each week, which is great, but that's not a lot, especially when you think about some of the complex issues that are going on for these young people. So we felt for some time that God had really wanted us to step into this space. So now we have young people in our building every day. So we have 16 spaces for people to come. And so now we can start the day with them with prayer and with worship. And, we have our, Christian tutors that are teaching them. We feel very strongly that what we're really wanting to see is that, we can take these young people on a journey of kind of deep kind of heart transformation, where, it's not just about trying to get them to learn, academics is obviously important, but for some of these young people, the reasons that they, struggle to learn is because they have a lot of trauma or things in their background or things that they believe about themselves. So, there's a big focus on that kind of overall well-being, on their spiritual well-being, on their, their mental well-being, their emotional well-being, and their physical well-being. So we have a Christian counsellor that's also connected to the program that will be, available as that trust is built, that will be able to kind of work, with the young people on some of those deeper issues. So, yeah, that is I guess that's a snapshot of what we do. So, we will work with families as well, but at the heart of it is, working with, we start with the young person and see how we can support them and basically put them on a journey so that the trajectory, of their life is a more positive one. So, yeah.
Oh, wonderful, Sarah. So, this is a new initiative that the Te Kupenga, Te Kupenga. This is the new charter, under the new charter schools thing that
it's not a charter school. So alternative education has been around for a long time. Charter school is something slightly different.
Okay.
Yeah. Just one quick thing to be aware of about alternative education, it's actually very poorly funded, which is surprising. Like, they don't even give you enough budget to employ teachers. So they put your most vulnerable young people that have already, disengaged with mainstream education, and they throw very little funding at it. So, so it's your young people that can't be in mainstream school.
These are Christ's precious ones. And we look to the Lord to give his provision for them.